Welcome to how-to videos from Bugspray.com. Today I'm at my next door neighbor's house, and he was out here doing some work on a play area for his daughter. And while he was working, he saw a snake, which he thinks is a copperhead, in this wooded area. So I'm going to take this opportunity to set up a live snake trap and see if we can capture this copperhead and relocate him to another area. So it may take a few days, may not happen at all, but we're going to go ahead and set the trap up, put the just mice in it, which is the attractant that we use for drawing a snake into a trap, and we'll come back for a few days and see what we catch. I'm just out at the edge of this area where we saw the snake. He's got some corrugated pipe right here. It seems like a pretty likely space. He might be hiding in the pipe, might be somewhere back in this foliage, but this is a natural line here that snake's going to probably use to travel and stay concealed. So we're going to go ahead and set the trap up in this area, and I want to get it down in here nice and steady. And then I'm going to use the just mice. I'm going to place that on some cotton here and put that into the trap. I'm also probably going to get a few crickets and throw them in here. Sometimes having a live insect or a live animal inside the trap will help call the snake into the trap even better. Okay, this is pretty cool. I was actually able, in the process of looking for some live bait, maybe some crickets or something, I actually was able to find some frogs down by the pond. These little guys were tadpoles a week ago, and now they're just hopping all over the place. Probably the same very thing that the snake has been feeding on already. So we're going to go ahead and add this in with the just mice as a secondary attractant, and hopefully we'll be successful here in the next few days. Okay, it's been a couple days since we put the trap out, and I didn't show this before, but we concealed the trap from other kids coming down here and messing with the trap. And also that leaf litter that I have on here is going to also allow moisture to stay inside the trap a little bit longer. So what we did is we covered it up, and when I came down here I looked inside the trap and I actually could see that there was a snake in there. And I'm going to go ahead and knock back everything. And if you can see, right down here we got looks like a juvenile copperhead. And yep, just all curled up right here. So it's been in here less than 24 hours because I've been checking this trap to make sure. There it is. I don't see any of the frogs in here anymore, so I'm guessing he had a snack. Nice little tasty snack. See if I can show you a good view of this without getting it too wide open. You can tell it's a juvenile copperhead, and let's see if I can get in close enough. Well, you can just barely see on the underside where his tail is yellow. I'm gonna see if I can get him to move a little bit. Okay, take the snake hook here and see if I can move him around a little bit. If you look here, see right here on the tail, it's a little bit green. It's starting to lose some of its coloration. When it's really young, they tend to be more yellow, but they use that to lure in their prey. And beautiful coloring. It's starting to change a little bit. It's usually a little bit darker in color when they're really young. This one's starting to change more coppery. It's actually a very, very pretty snake. A lot of people mistake other snakes for copperheads, but once you've seen a copperhead, it's such a distinct coloring and pattern, it's very difficult to make that mistake. A lot of people like to look at the shape of the head. I find that to be a fairly bad indicator of what kind of snake it is. I've seen all kinds of non-poisonous snakes with that sort of pattern. I'm going to see if I can flip him over and show another telltale sign. If you look on a copperhead, the back end of the tail here, from the anus down, is going to maintain a pattern that's the same all the way down. The scales do not change. They're straight across on the underside. On a non-poisonous snake, they tend to become a split scale from the anus down. I'm not having very much luck flipping this over so you can see it. A little part of a lizard in here that he finished off. Yeah, the underside of this tail is a lot more green, if you can see that in the video. Now I just want to caution any kids that might be watching this, if you're not very, very familiar with snakes and their behavior patterns, definitely do not do what I'm doing. I've got snake handling equipment, safety equipment on, and I'm very cautious in how I'm handling this snake. And I don't want any little kids thinking this is a good idea to play with a snake. This is a very bad idea if you don't know what you're doing. I've grown up around snakes, been handling snakes for 20 plus years, and that doesn't make me immune to a snake bite though. I just have been fortunate enough to be cautious and not get bit. So I'm just trying to get it so that people can see exactly what the snake looks like. Alright, we're going to go find a remote area to release this copperhead. I've taken this snake out here to a wetlands area where there shouldn't be any human conflict, and I'm going to go ahead and release him now. Got my snake tongs here on hand just in case I need them. Typically I should be able to handle them just fine with just a snake hook. So I'm going to go ahead and open this and try to coax him out of the trap. And there's plenty of harborage and areas around here where he'll be able to find. Doesn't want to come out. That way. There we go. Now let's see if you can go the other way, not towards me. Okay. And there you can see he's already starting to blend with the environment, trying to find a little place to hide. Slowly but surely. And that's how you release a snake out into the wild. He'll disappear into that leaf litter and never be seen from again. Thank you for watching this how-to video from Bugspray.com.